Hi crafty friends, it's Audra Monk the Crafty Yogi and welcome to the Crafty Corner and your yoga break. A little short yoga practice. I call it yoga for crafters, but it's yoga for everybody, whether you craft or don't craft. So definitely feel free to share this with your friends and family. So almost, I don't want to say always because every once in a while I know there'll be one I won't, but we almost always start with seated Tadasana or mountain pose and 3 nice deep breaths. So get on your stool or your chair, whatever it is, and sit as evenly as you can. There are these little bones called your sits bones, and if you sit on a hard surface, you should be able to feel them a little bit. Okay, so get so that you're sitting upright on those. Have your hips and your knees in line. So a lot of us go knees in or knees out, so we want to get them right in the middle. And then have your ankles underneath your knees. Feet are parallel as best that works for you. And then we need our shoulders. So roll your shoulders. We'll do 3 shoulder rolls. Because most of us, we are closed in at the heart and the chest, right, from leaning forward. And so we need to open it and make space. Oh, that's magnificent. And then our shoulders are over our hips. Tuck your chin a little and imagine that the top of your head, if you took a couple hairs, right, and you pulled them up towards the top of the head, that you're nice and long there. Excellent. All right, we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. So let's inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, if that works for you. If you need to breathe differently, it's totally okay. Just take 3 mindful breaths. So we'll breathe in, and we'll breathe out. We'll breathe in, and we'll breathe out. And one more time, we'll breathe in, and let it go. Excellent. So some days, that's your yoga break. A nice upright seat, some shoulder rolls, some breath. But some days you have a little bit more time. So today we're going to throw in some hamstring stretches because our hamstrings get pretty tight from sitting. So on your chair or stool, as long as your stool is not too high, mine is counter height. Actually, no, mine is slightly more than counter height. Maybe this is bar height. It will work. But a chair is probably even better. I just didn't think to bring my chair over. You're going to slide to the edge, pick one leg and extend it out. Okay, can you see my foot? No, I don't think you can, but my foot is flexed. It's super active, okay? Roll your shoulders down and back, heart lifts, belly pulls in. So forward folds are not about stretching the back. They are intended to stretch the hamstrings. So we're going to hinge at the hips, and I only say that because a lot of us do them totally wrong, right? And now you might do your hand on your thigh. You might reach out to your desk or your table. You can keep bringing your heart forward towards the leg, but the leg stays as straight as yours will go, and the low back and the upper back don't round. So I'm going to show you what we shouldn't do is go like this. I could hang here like a rag doll, and I feel some stretch, but it could cause issues later in my back. So shoulders down and back, heart lifted, and we're forward. The other key to a stretch is you need at least 30 seconds, at least 30. I'm not going to keep you a whole minute. I'm going to go ahead and go here so I can go a little deeper. I almost forgot. I just did it and I didn't tell you. You can squeeze your thigh. And you may not be able to see that, but I'm squeezing this thigh of my straight leg, right? And that gives me more sensation, more stretch. I'm deepening my hip crease. You might think about taking your tailbone away from you. Good, breathing here. You can also do this version standing, holding onto your desk or a chair. It works really nice too. Good, and then ease your way up, take your time. We stayed there a little while, you gotta come out slow, bend that knee, give the shoulders a roll. Oh. All right, other leg, so it comes out straight. Shoulders are down and back, belly's in, heart is lifted, other leg is there for support. Hinge at the hips. And come forward, keeping this leg as straight as it'll go. Give it a squeeze right away if you can. Squeeze that thigh. That helps the knee to feel good here. And the more we press our hips back, oh, I think my chair is sliding. If your chair is sliding, you may need to fix it. The more sensation we might feel. And we need that 30 seconds or more here. So you got to be patient with yourself. That's why sometimes the video helps, right? Because the teacher chats you up a little bit. Good, your front foot is flexed. Ooh, the more you flex it, the more you might get this down in your calf. Beautiful, breathing here. And one more breath. Come up nice and slow. Take your time. Come on up. Oh, give those shoulders a roll. So that stretch, oh, I feel great. I'm ready to get back to cutting paper. I am. I'm cutting the Christmas card class and working on a couple projects for upcoming classes. It's important to stretch the hamstrings. If you've been in the car a long time, if you've been sitting at the desk a long time, and of course, if you're doing any kind of walking or jogging or cycling, you need to stretch those hamstrings too. All right, we're going to finish up with a nice side stretch and we're all good. So my stool's been sliding back, so I'm going to bring it back. All right, just because, roll those shoulders. Bring both arms up. Okay, check. Are your ankles under your knees, and are your knees in line with your hips? Okay, shoulders are back here in line with the hips. Belly's in to support all this. Bring one hand to one wrist. Doesn't matter which side. And then think about gently pulling up and over. Like this side body was going up and over like a beach ball. Oh, breathe here. Good. Heart is lifted. And it's okay if you don't go very far. Options on arms. Maybe these big arms don't work for you. You could hold your elbows. You could rest your arm on your head. You could bring your hand to your shoulder or do your hand on your hip. The work we want is this curve, this C curve to the side, not front or back, but to the side to give us a stretch. The arms variations just add a little bit more and a little stretch for the arms. All right, come back to center. Find your neutral, right? So basically seated Tadasana with the arms up, extended Tadasana. All right, bring your hand to the other side. Oh, do I have room with my shelf? I do. I just do. I'm going to slide it around just a little. Belly pulls in. Okay, check. Are your knees over your ankles? Are your knees in line with your hips? Is your heart open and lifted? Did you need to change your arms? If you did, it's okay. It is so okay. Do what feels right. Find the stretch that gets you up and over, right? Up and over for that side stretch. One more breath. Good. Bring it back. Okay. Now here's the last part before we leave. We've been very asymmetrical. So we shouldn't leave our practice where we've done right and left, right? We need something in the middle. So putting the lower body lined up in the middle works. We've already done that part. But we're going to give the upper body a little bit in the middle. So we get one round and one arch and one neutral. You ready? So bring your hands forward, fingers clasped. Have your hands open like you're holding a big beach ball. Tuck your chin and then tuck your tail and let yourself gently round. If we're taking a little more care of our spine today, if we have osteoporosis, osteopenia, we're going to go soft. We're just going to make the motion gentle. If you got a nice healthy spine, as far as I know, I have a nice healthy spine, I am going to put a little more energy in that, belly pulling in, and then turn your hands so the palms reach up. Lift your heart, arch up if you'd like, maybe look at the ceiling. Breathe here. And then come to neutral in the center. Shoulder roll, everything lined up, seated Tadasana. So thank you so much for joining me. Give me a like, give me a love, subscribe, I don't know, follow, do whatever it is that you get to see these videos regularly. I'll be here for you anytime you need me. I'll see you next time. Thank you and namaste.